Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm excited this week, instead of a letter, to have a little video conversation with Daphna, the musical director and co-spiritual leader of Neveno. That's this wonderful community that will be joining us at the new Shul for High Holidays this year. And hi, Daphna. I'm so
Shabbat
excited we're
shalom.
doing
Shabbat
this
shalom,
together.
everybody. Hi, Misha. I'm looking forward for us to be in person together, but it is nice to see you on screen.
Yeah, same here. Um, so Daphna, I know that you are a musician, that you've worked in music
Hmm.
pretty much, it sounds like, your whole adult life, and
And my
um,
whole childhood and adolescence.
childhood and
Yes.
adolescence,
Since I
living.
picked up the recorder in third grade is when, since then.
Wow, wow. I played the recorder in second grade, actually, I'm
Yeah.
recalling, but then I
Can you
moved on to
believe that someone continued playing that instrument and went to college and everything and made a career out of recorder?
it's incredible. Um, but I guess one of the things that interests me, you're joining us as a guest prayer leader.
Mhm.
So I'm interested in how you made that transition, or what attracted you from the world of music to the world of prayer.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call it a transition. It was just kind of like an addition because it comes from the same place that it feels in my heart, music and prayer. Um, I think very early on, I realized that I am very inspired by the beauty of the ancient words and putting them together with melody. And it was very rare. I grew up in Tel Aviv, and I was one of the only girls who did a bat mitzvah in the Reform Synagogue in Tel Aviv. And it was something that was unheard of for Israeli girls to actually lalot la Torah, to go to have the ceremony. But I just remember that it just attracted me, the idea of sitting in holiness, that is just the highest, gorgeous, beautiful words. At the time, it wasn't a vocation that was felt religious, it was a spiritual one, combined with melody, always attracted me. And so when I moved at first I moved to Boston to study after my army service as a musician. I went to Boston, and then I moved to New York. And very early, I was extremely lucky to become a musician at B'nai Jeshurun in the Upper West Side, and work with the phenomenal cantor with Ari and Roland, Marcelo, and Felicia, the rabbis. And there we started to develop the idea of the piyut, the North America piyut, and steep in the prayer, but bringing the melodies from the diaspora and from the different communities. And that actually anchored even more deeply my need and my um, joy in prayer, and as a leader and as a musician.
Beautiful. Sometimes we ask the kids, and we've been kind of arguing over this question, me and the teachers and the students at the school. What's the difference actually between prayer and music? And
Mm-hmm.
is there a difference? Are there types of prayer that are not, are there types of music that are not that are not prayer? And are there types of prayer that are not music?
Right. I if like my gut reaction is the answer is no. I think there is music that is not prayer when it is a specific. It is just uh, the when I'm forgetting the word in English. I wish I could tell it to you, Misha, in Hebrew. No problem. But it is it's the way how you feel about it, or in that way, prayer and music. If it doesn't come from the heart, or if you're very, for example, if you are on stage and you're about to deliver music, but you're very nervous about it. I think what is incredible about prayer and music, uh, every music being a prayer and every prayer being a music, is basically the intention. If the intention is there, and if you are very centered, um, it is interchangeable. But I guess that
That makes a
would
lot
be
of
my
sense,
answer.
right? Right.
Yeah,
Well, it's the same. It's almost the same with it's with words, with poetry. You know, if there's a kavanah,
yeah.
if there's an intention that the thing is a prayer, it becomes for you've been leading prayer and music at Beinenu for years now. Can you tell
Yes,
us a little bit about Beinenu and the
yes,
community there?
absolutely. Um, Veneno has been one of the biggest gifts that I could ever imagine receiving in life, where there is an incredible partnership between myself and the founder, Rabbi Laurie Phillips, and with the community. It is a very intimate community where we have beautiful musicians that have been with us for since the beginning. You'll meet two of them, Saskia Lane and Yuval Leon, in the High Holidays. Um, and of course, actually, Dana and Jonathan have been collaborating in Veneno in education and in spiritual work as well. So it is really like we're two families with connecting members that are coming together to become one family. That is what I'm so excited about these coming up high holidays. Um, but I think we have so much in common in terms of our progressive approach and our basically seeking a way that Judaism is relevant. In a way, I always felt that Reinenu is not a synagogue. It is a community that comes together through Jewish lens as the common a common practice that but our sense of purpose and our sense of direction is basically more humanistic and global. And in that way, I also, it was very important to me. One of my role as a music director was to bring melodies of 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 the Jewish diaspora. Well, connecting. I we have a lot of music that comes from North Africa, from India, from a visit that I did in India, and I brought some melodies back to the community. And so the idea that the Jewish world is a global community. Sorry about that. Decline.
Um, yes, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, there's so much overlap that it's really the two communities are really incredibly similar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to ask you two more things in this
Yeah.
little conversation of ours. You know, our theme this year at the High Holidays is improvisation. It's the year of improvisation. Um,
Well,
I've
my life is the theme of my life is improvisation. I'm sure everybody would relate to it when they think about elements of their lives.
what do you what do you mean by that? I want to ask you
Yeah,
about improvisation and music also, but when you say
absolutely.
improvisation is the theme of my life, what do you mean exactly?
I think if you kind of open yourself up to understand about the unknown and how much you can control, and so and just being serious for a second, I think post COVID, post pandemic world has taught us, or at least taught me. I don't want to assume about other people a lot about um, realizing how much I can predict and control, and in a way that became a very liberating source of understanding because I did realize that you can I can have in general in my life I am a parent first of all. I'm a partner. I am in the world with a community, and I'm in the world as a musician. And so I I do have to plan, and I do have to have kind of goals. Um, but I think I've learned to be less worried when things don't go the way I thought they would, and actually find the joy in that relief and finding ways to make things happen. Yeah. So that is in what it feels in the world, and I think we feel like we have less and less control of what's happening outside, and it could be very scary. It could be very intimidating. But if we kind of understand this, and I know that we're going to be talking about it throughout the holiday, with like how people have dealt with that kind of feeling earlier in throughout the centuries, we realize that improvisation means freedom within
Mm.
our soul and in our daily life.
Mm. Yes. We were learning last night, Yoni Kretzmer was teaching this class on Tshuva with me, and he brought this Carl Jaspers quote. He was reading us Carl Jaspers about how faith and freedom are basically the same thing. So I'm hearing that echoed in what you're saying about improvisation and freedom. Yeah, beautiful. So I thought it'd be really nice if you could send people off to their Shabbat with a melody that we're gonna hear these high holidays that you guys have been using at Beinenu for a while, and that people are gonna hear these high holidays at the shul.
Yeah, I think this melody specifically, really, really, as soon as I even start humming it, I feel the holiness and the spirit of the high holidays, and I'm feeling like this fall coming in excitement. This is a melody that I've inherited from B'nai Jeshurun, and it was composed by a dear musician, a fantastic musician, a legend, Ara Dinkjian, who is an Armenian American oud player, which I also I've sang this melody for many years, but now I work with Ara, and he also recorded in my upcoming album, so this became even more personal. It was called "Fly Away" as in its form as a melody, and we brought this, or BJ and Beinenu, we sing it to the prayer of Zochreinu Lechaim. Maybe we'll be remembered for life. But I'll sing it as a melody, and then we'll add the prayer when we do it in the high holidays.
Beautiful, thank you.
Here it goes like this.
תודה רבה, beautiful. I'm excited to sing and make music and beauty with you these high holidays. תודה רבה, Daphna.
I can't wait to meet the new Shul community in joy and in music and in spirit.
And the same with us in Beinenu. להתראות, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.